Oh, what's this? Doja Cat has returned, after she threatened to quit music after her fans were rightfully upset with her for being a dipshit? What a shocker. I certainly did not foresee this. I had my hopes, but as long as she can milk her 800,000 fans, she's not going anywhere. Which, by the way, did you know that Doja Cat literally does not care about anything but the money she makes from you? That's right, as it turns out, she posted a few comments on Threads, lipping off to her fans saying she doesn't love them. I can go on all day about what stupid shit Doja Cat has said and done, but part of me is a little more worried that her, I guess, second newest single hit #1 on the Hot 100, which we all know is bullshit, because there are singles from metal bands, just for example, that have far exceeded Doja Cat's numbers here, and yet they barely make it through the bubbling under chart, if they even make it into the bubbling under the Hot 100 to begin with. The fact that anyone is even listening to Doja Cat and calls themselves a fan of hers really separates blind idiots from anyone with a shred of self-respect. Paint the Town Red, quote, made history, unquote, by becoming the first solo female rap song to top Spotify's global and US top 50 charts, and the fastest solo female rap song to amass 100 million streams. Why don't you jack her off some more, Wikipedia? None of this makes her any different from early Nicki Minaj or Ariana Grande. She's just another pop diva that makes generic music that treads the border between pop and hip-hop. The song is supposedly aimed at her critics and is an assertion of her identity. So basically, this is going to be her admitting that she's comfortable with being a racist and an inverse sexist who believes that the most important role women play in society is being their man's fuck-it-all. Sign me up. So this is the first track off her fourth full-length album, Scarlet. The album was released on September 22nd, while the single dropped on August 4th. The album version is 3 minutes and 51 seconds, while the radio edit is literally only 24 seconds shorter. Big difference. I'm not sure why radio stations wouldn't want to play a song that's almost 4 minutes long, but be fine with playing a song that's 3.5 minutes long, unless the label and Doja Cat are trying to milk this song for every penny it can possibly generate. Speaking of the label, the song and album were released through RCA Records, a subsidiary of Sony Music Entertainment. According to Genius, painting the town red is an American slang expression which means to go on a reckless debauch and be wildly extravagant. Damn, and here I was hoping she meant agitate the working people and bring about a socialist revolution. Surprisingly, she doesn't say the N-word once in this song. That's about as unique as this song is going to get. But let's cut into this, and see if there's anything Doja Cat would like to assert. Starting things off with the chorus today, the annotation for the first 2 lines states that, quote, she stands by all her controversial comments relating to stan culture and would rather be famous than worshipped, unquote. I think those things go hand in hand, especially with pop musicians. And personally, I don't know why anyone would worship you. You're a terrible fucking person. You don't even deserve to have casual listeners the way you talk about your regular fans. The annotation for the second pair of lines suggests that she doesn't care that people think her shaving her eyebrows looks demonic. But the fact that this is what she followed I'd rather be famous instead up with makes me think she's letting fame get to her head and doesn't care who she steps over on the climb upward, or who she leaves in the dust, or who finds her conceit contemptible. This is confirmed by a second annotation that states that Doja herself even fucking admitted to Hot Pink and Planet Her just being for the money. Why are you idiots still giving her money? God, I don't know if I can finish this. This needs to be part of a bigger video exposing Doja Cat as a whole. But let's keep going. Doja Cat is not a rebel, and anyone who thinks she is needs to come speak with me. Just because someone looks demonic to you doesn't mean shit. I don't want to hear it unless they have red skin, horns protruding from their skull, and great big fangs that one can forge into a cool looking guitar pick. Of course, it wouldn't be a hip-hop song without the musician telling us how hard they had to work to get here. Even though this song has 6 credited composers and 4 credited producers. Do you know how many metal bands are just one person playing all instruments and doing the producing, recording, engineering, mixing, and mastering all on their own? I don't see the music industry giving them any praise. Please shut the fuck up. Doja Cat contributes minimal effort to writing her own material. All she does is perform it in the studio and go on tour. And if she isn't doing either of those things, she's writhing in her riches, living a hardly earned upper class environment. Meanwhile, there are people who bust their fucking asses, literally working day in and day out and can't even afford to feed themselves, making $9.75 million a year, while managers at, let's say, Dollar General only make $72,000 on the high end. I know people that have worked in management for years, and I don't know, but something tells me that Doja Cat isn't working 135 times as hard as a Dollar General SM. Doja? I think you might be doing it wrong. It's not supposed to go in your pisser. I would have understood if you put ovaries, because at least those are connected to the womb. But kidneys. I think I'm starting to see why top 40 musicians have multiple songwriters. Is that so? The only reason you continue to get by is because the music industry props you up. Your success is more of a mirage after you lost about half your fan base for all the shit you've said and done. You'll glow up one more time, then lose the rest of your fan base when you fuck up again, and when you do, it'll dwarf anything you've ever done. I called it with Lizzo, and I guarantee by the time we talk about Doja Cat again, she will have stooped to a new low. I wouldn't be surprised if her next step is to out herself as a classist. What's this? The annotation for the line, "Fans ain't dumb but extremists are," where she is told to have said anyone who referred to themselves as kittens, I guess what fans of Doja Cat call themselves, need to, quote, "get off the phone, get a job, and help their parents with the house," unquote. You insolent bitch. You grew up in the Tarzana neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. Born to a graphic designer for a mother and a Broadway performer for a father. You have no business making such remarks to working class youth as someone who has lived their entire life in privilege, having everything handed to you, and having not had to deal with the struggles of poverty, starvation, job loss, and housing insecurity. Deprecating the working people will be your undoing. Okay, that's about all my brain can withstand. I almost quit halfway through verse 1 because it's almost all double negatives. To have to endure that after I put good dick all in my kidneys was a titanic task, but I pulled through. I think after this, I'm going to start looking into Doja Cat's case. Just looking into this song has uncovered some things, but there is a lot of interesting things to look over. But this video is already long enough as it is. I'm ready to finish this and go take a nap. Hopefully I don't dream that I'm trying to stick my pecker into some lady's piss hole. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click thumbs up, share the video with your friends, leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you make of these lyrics? Did you like or hate this song? Should I do an expose video on Doja Cat? Let me know. Please also be sure to subscribe for more content like this and click the bell to get notifications when I upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back next week for another video. Bye guys.